Hello, and welcome to Sobriety Made Simple. My name is Timothy Martin. Pursuing a life of sobriety can be a tough decision. Once you've made it, several things come along with that decision. A good rule of thumb is to start incorporating some good habits into your alcohol-free life. It's not just, I'm going to stop drinking, or I'm not drinking anymore. It's an actual lifestyle change. Here are some good ideas that I started doing after I stopped drinking. The better habits you form after quitting can be the difference in continued sobriety or relapse. Also, by starting these good habits at the beginning of recovery, it will help you build the fundamental tools to help your sobriety: discipline, structure, logic. Let's begin. Number 1, continued sobriety, of course. This goes without saying, but without sobriety in our lives, we're sunk. None of the other stuff is achievable. I was one of those stop and start type people. I would stop for a while, and then when things got better, I would start back drinking again. And I stalled in progressing my life. I got caught in this loop of abstinence and then heavy drinking. I've learned the hard way, no alcohol is the way, for me at any rate. Number 2, continuous learning. Always keep a curious mind. It keeps you young. A growth mindset can be very helpful in sobriety. You can always learn more about you and how to streamline your sobriety. Make it unique to you. Stagnation is very crippling for sobriety. Continuous learning will keep your mind sharp. Decision-making will become easier. Confidence is going to grow. Not just in recovery, but all other aspects of your life. Learn more about this world we live in. Find a new hobby or sharpen skills in a hobby you already have. Number 3, saving money. Get into a good habit from the beginning of saving money. Just a little out of each check can be helpful at building discipline and structure. If you can prove to be disciplined and structured at handling money, it will aid you in your sobriety as well. Plus, having money saved for an unforeseen event will keep your life from falling into turmoil. And of course, we all know what excess stress does for us. Number 4, think before acting. We've all made hasty decisions in the heat of the moment. You can cut down on the number of mistakes you make by just stopping and thinking first. It can keep you from saying something really hurtful or mean, or passing up on an incredible opportunity, or even worse, making a bad decision from a bad opportunity. Take a few moments and weigh what you want to do opposed to what is actually best to do. Example: when making a big purchase, consider the options. Do you really need that new phone, or would that money be best used somewhere else or saved? Take a day. Think it over. Sometimes that impulse will subside and rational thinking will kick in. I have a hard time with this. I'm impulsive when I shop. I'll go to Walmart for a couple things and walk out with an entire cart full of stuff. So how do I stop doing this? I use a hand cart instead, not the big shopping cart. Smaller cart means less items. Little things like this can really be helpful for you. Number 5, stand your ground. Do you have a hard time saying no to people? Do you feel like it's easy for people to take advantage of you? Standing up for yourself shows self-respect. It also signals to other people that you're not a person to be messed with. Put an end right now to people manipulating you or guilt-tripping you by saying no. Tell them, Victoria.
Stop letting motherfuckers manipulate you. Tell those pieces of to f off. Got it? Have a blessed sober day.
Sage advice. Thank you, Victoria. Number 7, put yourself first. Putting yourself first is not selfish. Selfishness is being excessively preoccupied with yourself. But in sobriety, we need to learn that we come first. Our sobriety comes first, or we're useless, not just to ourselves, but for everybody around us. We have to love ourselves to make our needs a priority. If we're consistently prioritizing the happiness of others, it takes away from our ability to care for ourselves, especially now. Step back and make the changes necessary for your own happiness, okay? Next, saying I love you and I'm sorry. Our drinking has hurt people closest to us, people who probably tried to help us but stood in the way of our drinking, the way we remember it anyway. Remember those people. Tell them that you love them. Apologize for your actions. It shows growth, responsibility to step up and understand that you wronged someone. It will also make you feel pretty good. It will unburden you from carrying guilt, which is a big thing that keeps people in addiction. I know it did for me, overwhelming guilt and shame. Next, try maintaining a work-life balance. Pouring yourself into work or into the family can tip one or the other. Try balancing your career and your family and your recovery. It's going to be tricky, but without your recovery, the work and the family aren't going to be there, at least in a good way. So make sure you spend time equally between your work, your family, and your recovery, okay? Next, eating healthy and exercising. One of the best ways to start off in recovery is finding what the bad habits are and ridding yourself of them, but also establishing good habits. And two of the best ones you could pick are diet and exercise. They worked wonders for me. It's a lifestyle change. Not only that, sometimes people will replace one bad habit for another. Example, a person stops drinking but starts eating comfort foods and binge watching TV. Probably not good things to do to start off in sobriety. Watching what you eat and exercising regularly can be more beneficial to building good, strong habits at the start of recovery. It also fills a void of time. It builds immediate self-confidence and positive self-esteem. Diet and exercise can do wonders for your sobriety. Give it a try and see if it helps you. Next, take relationships slow, especially starting out in recovery. If you're not already in a relationship, it might be best to wait before getting into a serious relationship. You need to work on the issues that got you drinking and be really solid in your own situation before taking on the responsibility of another person and their lives. You want to be really sure of yourself and take it slow when you start a relationship off. Make sure that this is the right person for you. Don't jump into anything and then all of a sudden you realize that this person has certain hang-ups or quirks that drive you nuts. Go slow, especially when starting out in your recovery. Spend that time on you right now. Get to know yourself before sharing with somebody else intimately. Next, try living in the moment. I know this probably sounds cliche, but living in the past only holds you back. If you really want to enjoy your life, leave the past in the past. Learn the lessons from the past. Learn from the mistakes, but turn the page and move forward. Today has endless possibilities. Don't let it pass you by. Please don't waste your time and energy wallowing in regret. We've done enough of that, and we know where it leads. Instead, make decisions that are going to better your life. How can you make things better for you? Think this way. Don't dwell on the problems. Instead, look for the solutions. I hope this video helped you out. You've already made a good decision. No more alcohol. Keep making those good decisions. Hang in there, and we'll see you in the next one. And remember, you got this. Bye.
Hey, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you.